Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. It's Thursday, October 26th, and as promised, I'm going to put up an update video from my video last week regarding the daily refinement situation. Now, full disclosure, there is not really a lot to update as these things take time. Per the last video and some of the comments and messages, I was asked, why would I make a video? Why wouldn't I just turn over the information I had to the correct people? And the answer is, of course I did. Obviously I did. I was in Las Vegas last week for a conference that team members from Whatnot attended. The information was turned over to Whatnot. In fact, they put me, the guys that were there, the two gentlemen that were there, put me in touch with their trust and safety security team, which obviously the information was provided to. Things don't happen in a day or a week. It's only been a week. I talked to them rather, I believe on Wednesday or Thursday of that week. So it's been exactly a week. Things don't happen that fast. They take time. I've also provided all of the information that I had at the time and that I've been sent in the last week, which has been an insane amount of emails and messages and same repeat stories over and over again. That has all been provided to the proper local folks, which I encourage any of you that ever have an issue with anybody on the internet or that you feel like you've been defrauded by or sent money to or scammed. There are resources. There are Attorney General sites. There are ic3.gov. That's a website you can report to. There are places to go. I appreciate that all of you sent me what you've sent me, and please continue to do so if you have a story or you have evidence. But there, in addition to sending it to me, there are places that you should send it to as I have. So that is to answer that question. Why didn't I provide it to the right people? I have, and it is in the process of being reviewed. What will happen with that information? I don't know. Will any consequences or actions be taken? We have to wait and see. I'll find out exactly when you guys find out. Another one that I got was, why make the video? Why not just provide the information like I did? And why make the video? Well, like I said, that consequence set of actions from this side of things can take a lot of time. And in the meantime, there are people who are still, as I speak, literally 5 minutes before I sat down to record this video, I got another email from a young lady who is still out hundreds of dollars and has been messaging and emailing for weeks and weeks and weeks, according to her email thread that she forwarded to me, and has not received any kind of refund or action. So there are currently, as we speak, still people dealing with situations, and that's why we make the video, to warn the community, to warn people who might be willing to, do transactions, or people who are already out transactions and who have not received any kind of solution. So that's why we make the video. And it's really stunning and shocking to me that so many people in the comments and in the messages or emails that I received were more worried that I made a video. They said, mind your business. Why make this video? Do you like trying to take someone down, etc., etc.? All these comments came through. You guys all probably saw them. And it's stunning to me that that's what people are worried about, rather than worrying about the actual situation that's going on. Worried about the folks that are emailing me who are out money, the folks who are trying to get refunds, the folks who have not got any kind of response, the folks who are fighting with Whatnot. All of those people are what we should be worried about, and not worried about the fact that I made a video calling it out, or not worried about the fact that you didn't like the way that I made the video. If you didn't like it, I apologize. Like, that is just how I made it, and it was passionate, and it's very frustrating to see my inbox and my emails fill up with these stories. And then on top of that, we have this Whatnot situation and all these stories. And then we've got the head of a very, very large probably Fortune 50, maybe Fortune 100 company. I'd have to look. One of the biggest companies in the world that all of us know, emailing me from the head of their trust and security team, letting me know some very damning, stunning things. Then we have a former employee messaging and calling me with the same story, the same pattern of behavior. Then we have people messaging and emailing me on social media and Instagram and Facebook with more stories. And so if it was just one or two things, I would understand people saying like, oh, you're just trying to dig and trying to find something and it's personal and you're jealous and you're this. Guys, it's not. It's literally thing after story after person after client, customer, one after another. And they all have the same story. And then we have the events of this past week where, a partner in a venture with him leaves, steps back on his own. And I'm going to put this fully out there. I don't know anything about that person. His name is Tekken Sports. I know of his store. I know his eBay store. I know he's successful. I don't know anything about him. I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not going to comment about him. A lot of you asked me. I have nothing to put towards that subject matter. All I can say is that he put out his own video and statement, and I'm sure all of you are aware of that and saw it. If you haven't, feel free to check it out. But that is saying a lot. That is very telling when somebody who was relatively close, I don't know the relationship, but at least somewhat close at face value, steps away from that situation on top of everything else that I have and that I've been sent. So for people to come for me and attack me and accuse me of just being jealous or wanting to take someone down or wanting to ruin them, guys, look, I didn't participate in these business ventures or these transactions. I didn't participate in whatever it is that's going on. I simply got sent all of this and I put it out for the community, the greater community, to know, hey, here's what's going on. Here's what's being reported by a lot of people, and I think you should be cautious, and this is a warning, and this is not good. This isn't about being jealous. I assure you, look, I love my life. I wouldn't trade it for any other life in the world, and I certainly wouldn't trade my business for a business that operates how some other folks think that their businesses should operate. I promise you, there's no jealousy involved. I've never been jealous of anybody in my life, unless, of course, like, I don't know, maybe my fiance, because I'm jealous of the way that she lives her life and how amazing she is. But outside of that, I have nothing to be jealous of, I promise you. It's simply about helping this community and about bringing to light things that other people, and this was another part of the question, why wouldn't they come forward or say things themselves? Why would they send it to me? Why would they have me do it? They don't have a voice. They don't have an audience. They don't have subscribers. They don't have followers. They don't have people that are going to see it if they post it, right? They come to people that have a following and a voice, and that's why. They're scared. They're intimidated. You guys might not believe that, but until you're in that position, it's the facts. They're just super scared. They're worried they're not going to get their money back. They're worried they're not going to get their merchandise. They're worried that they'll be attacked on social media. They're worried that they'll be doxxed, because that's happened. They're worried that somebody will send their goon squad after them, sort of like they sent them to me. And those people can't, really have that sort of stuff happen. If you do it to me, it is what it is. Like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But, I've been on the internet for a long time, over a decade. So it is what it is. It's happened. This won't be the first time. It won't be the last. But these other people are smaller. They don't have the ability to handle that. They don't have the voice to reach out or to get things done. And so that's why they come to us. I'm not the first person that these people have gone to. I'm not the last person they'll go to. I'm not the biggest they've gone to. People have gone to Vanessa. People have gone to other folks in the past to let them know, to Lindy, to whoever it is, to get to a following, to get their story and their voices out there. Now, with all of that said, I'm not going to continue this video any longer. I'm not going to continue the conversation after today. I'm going to let the chips fall where they may, and hopefully, actions, correct actions, appropriate actions, consequences, whatever, are to follow. Again, they can take weeks or months in some cases. We just never know. We don't control that. So I can assure you that the proper folks have been told, have been sent every piece of evidence, which is now in the hundreds of pieces that I have of literal emails and text messages and screenshots and transaction records, and you name it, I have it. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, why don't you just come on here and show it? Well, first of all, I did show stuff. And even when I showed a transaction that was supposed to be a 50-pound package mailed as an empty envelope and not refunded, to the point that Whatnot had to, while I was in Vegas, actually step in and force that refund with a message that said, we've been unable to reach the seller. We're giving you your refund. Now, I don't know if Whatnot paid for this or if they deducted it from the seller. I don't know. But either way, they had to step in after a month. 1 month over, this was thousands of dollars, thousands. We're not talking about a $50 box, which is still bad, but we're talking thousands of dollars. And the transaction I just got emailed before this video, I believe, was $350 or $400, been weeks, right? Whatnot had to step in and actually take care of this because the seller didn't respond. The seller is doing, from the emails that I've read, there's this old tactic. It's called customer pacification. They respond to emails and messages. They just say, oh, I'll take care of this. Oh, how would you like me to do this? And it's just a back and forth, never ending, nonstop thing, but no solution ever happens, which is exactly what's happening here. And so, like these transactions, I've heard the same exact story about the empty poly bag and never receiving merchandise and refunds. Probably, God, there's so many emails I couldn't even count, but it's a lot, guys. It's literally at least 15 or 20 people minimum who have reached out to me. That's not counting the people who haven't reached out to me, or the people that had to fight and maybe got an answer on their own eventually. So who knows how many it is? Because I got asked too, oh, so many 5-star reviews, so many 5-star reviews. Yeah, right, which doesn't make sense to me. If you have all this 5-star good business, why do all these bad transactions with all these other people? It doesn't make any sense. Is it the old saying that like you got to keep some people happy to keep an image in order to be able to take advantage of some of the other people? I don't know. Is it, oh, well, maybe it's just so busy, it's so behind, so disorganized, so whatever, that they can't keep track? Well, then don't run the business. If you can't stay organized and you can't get your orders out and you can't fulfill stuff and all you're doing is doing this pattern over and over again, don't run your business. Like, shut it down, get your ducks in a row, and come back when you are physically able to fulfill orders. Don't sell merchandise you don't have. Don't sell stuff you don't know where it is. Don't sell stuff you're banking on maybe getting. Fulfill your orders that you have and keep moving on. And the only thing that makes sense in my mind is a desperation for money, to keep money flowing, a cash flow issue. I don't know. But look, my opinion is it's not a disorganized, dysfunctioning operation. I think that probably might play a part in it, but I think there's some more deceitful things going on. And all of that on top of the eBay suspension, on top of the the former employee, the partner stepping away, all these things all add up to one big story, one big thing. And for those of you that can't see it, I'm not going to change your mind. And I'm not going to try anymore to change your minds. If you want to keep your head in the sand or you want to be blinded by things, that's fine. If you're a troll who was just trolling, that's fine. If you're somebody who just has a personal hatred of me and doesn't care what's going on in the background, you just want to come at me, that's fine. Do whatever you guys have to do in the comments. My task at hand to warn the greater community has happened. I've had a ton of people reach out to me thanking me, and hopefully the folks that are still without money, without merchandise, without whatever, will report this to the proper places and they will get made whole again. And hopefully we see some action and some consequences by the correct people and the platforms. And that's just where I hope this ends. I'm not waking up in the morning hoping to ruin someone's life or take someone out. If someone wakes up and operates their business in a certain way that the end result is them having problems or getting ruined, well, then they've done that to themselves, not me. I didn't operate their business. I didn't take people's money. I didn't not ship people their merchandise. I didn't do any of this. All I did was wake up to an inbox full of upset people, scared people, hurt people, disappointed people who simply just wanted what they paid for. And I reported that, and that's all I can do. And I'm going to leave it at that. And we will let the right people, who is not me, it's not you guys on the internet, it's not you guys in the YouTube comments, it's none of us. We'll let the correct people handle it going forward. When there is a result or there's some kind of solution, I will be happy to report it once it's a done deal. But until then, there won't be any more of that through this channel. Hope you guys can respect that, appreciate it. And I hope that some of you that immediately jumped off defending and attacking me have maybe kind of opened your eyes a little bit and seen that even if you don't like me, or you don't like the way that I made the video, or you don't like the way that I go about things, it's not about me and it's not about how I did it. It's about what somebody else is doing to the rest of the community, which you guys are a part of. Try to put yourself in somebody's shoes who spent thousands of dollars, no pun intended, shoes, and was out money or merchandise. Put yourself in those shoes and think about it from that angle, and we'll leave it right there. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will see everybody